All over the world, ginger is not only known as a popular spice, but also as an excellent remedy for nausea, colds, and other diseases. The history of ginger. Ginger was already known in Rus a long time ago, but when the supply decreased, people forgot about the plant. Nowadays, the popularity of ginger grows again. We usually see it in the pickled form as a food supplement in Chinese cuisine. It is believed that ginger originated from Southeast Asia. The properties of the plant have been known for more than 5,000 years. Nowadays, it's cultivated in India, China, Australia, and other countries, but it's difficult to find ginger in the wild. In the past, ginger was not only used as food, but also as a mean of exchange because it was very valuable. The roots are usually eaten dried, raw, or pickled. The medicinal properties of ginger are known for a very long time. It's often advised to people with food poisoning and infections. Ginger was used to help the nobleman to overcome the negative consequences of plentiful feasts. It's also a famous aphrodisiac. In Arabic fairy tales, ginger is sometimes mentioned as the passion inflamer. The Chinese name of this plant is translated as masculinity. Use of ginger. Ginger contains vitamins, minerals, and essential oils. One of the best-known properties of ginger is to help with food poisoning, nausea, and vomiting. High content of magnesium accelerates the elimination of toxins from the body and improves the state of the nervous system. Pectins and fiber also stimulate peristalsis and formation of gastric juice, which leads to reducing of flatulence and acceleration of metabolism. Ginger helps with thick blood, as the plant thins it, improves circulation in vessels, and reduces the risk of clots. That's why ginger is especially good for people with increased blood viscosity. And because of its property to strengthen the blood flow in the pelvic organs, ginger is considered an aphrodisiac that helps with erectile dysfunction. Ginger reduces the runny nose symptom and activates the immunity due to the high contents of vitamin C and the vitamins of the B group. The alkaloid gingerol, which you may find in the plant's root, has an antibacterial effect and increases heat production in the body and so warms it up in case of chills. There's a lot of potassium in the rhizome, which is helpful for many diseases. In case of heavy physical exertion, when dehydration, muscle spasms, and hypoxia occur, potassium helps to restore the body fluid level and contributes to the supply of oxygen to the brain. Raw ginger is the most nutritious, while the dried spice contains less beneficial compounds. Freezing and pickling the rhizomes also destroy vitamins, although some of them remain. Benefits for women. Female problems should not be ignored. Another well-known property of ginger is reducing pain during menstruation. Since the ancient times, the plant has been used in the treatment of infertility. Ginger helps pregnant women to relieve nausea during toxicosis, but remember that this only applies to the first trimester of pregnancy. At the later stages, second or third trimester, it's better to give up ginger because it reduces blood pressure and this can harm both the mother and the baby. Eating the rhizomes has a beneficial effect on the female organs, the uterus in particular, and these are not all the benefits. Ginger is considered an aphrodisiac plant, which means it helps to increase libido due to its property to improve blood circulation and strengthen the blood flow to the pelvic organs. The product is also well known for its dietary properties. It improves metabolism and removes toxins, so the body begins to burn fat deposits. Due to these properties, the plant is used in many diets. Benefits for men. What properties of this amazing plant are especially beneficial for men? The Chinese word ginger is actually the same word as masculinity, and it perfectly represents all the positive effects that the plant has on the entire male immunity. The rhizome is known as a male spice, and since the ancient times it has been used by the Chinese as an aphrodisiac. Essential oils, vitamin C, and lysine in its composition increase sexual potency and strengthen the genital muscles. It's a result of the enhancing of blood flow to the organs of the genitourinary system. Moreover, due to its anti-inflammatory properties, ginger prevents or stops the development of prostatitis. The rhizome is even used in the treatment of male infertility. The immunological properties of the plant should not be underestimated either. It increases the body's energy and improves the memory. Harms of ginger. The spicy rhizome may irritate the mucous membrane of the stomach and intestines. Therefore, ginger is contraindicated for patients with ulcers, gastritis, hemorrhoids, or colitis. The spice enhances secretion, which is bad in case of liver and gallbladder pathologies. Cirrhosis, hepatitis, and gallstones are contraindications for ginger as well. You should also give up the spice if you're prone to any kinds of bleeding, high blood pressure, and heart problems. Ginger increases the blood flow, which can worsen your condition. Pickled ginger is less beneficial than raw or dried ginger. It usually contains a lot of artificial additives, sugars, and food coloring. and excess amount of salt may lead to swelling and high blood pressure. Even if there are no contraindications to eating ginger, you still need to be careful and try it in small quantities. Nobody can predict how the body will react to such a spicy food. In addition, the rhizomes should not be eaten while taking certain medications, for example blood thinners. As you remember, ginger also reduces blood viscosity, so together with the drugs, it can lead to bleeding. The use of ginger in medicine. Ginger is one of the few folk remedies recognized by mainstream medicine. During scientific research, it was found that many properties of the plant are not myths. In medicine, ginger powder, oil, and tincture are used quite often. For example, the oil is added to inhalation solutions and used during warming massages and to relieve tension and stress. The traditional ginger drink has antibacterial properties and strengthens the immune system, both of which help with colds. It has also been confirmed by research that ginger helps with nausea and motion sickness. For example, the patients who were given ginger after chemotherapy did not suffer from nausea as badly as the rest of the patients. The rhizome is helpful for weight loss. It is noticed that gingerol contained in ginger prevents the accumulation of fats by other fat cells, adipocytes, and also accelerates metabolism. Ginger also enhances peristalsis and stabilizes bowel movement, activates digestion and appetite. The noble people of the past used to eat this spice before great feasts, so it can also help people suffering from a decrease in appetite. Use of ginger in cosmetology. On the shelves of the stores and pharmacies, you can always find products that contain ginger rhizome. These can be shampoos, hair masks, and caring oils. They are usually intended for oily and normal hair. The healing components of the plant help to eliminate dandruff, improve blood circulation in the hair follicles, and strengthen the hair in general. Quite often, you can find ginger extract in the composition of anticellulite creams and gels because it helps to improve metabolism in tissues and organs, as well as blood circulation. The plant extract is included in facial skincare products. Due to its anti-inflammatory and antiseptic properties, it accelerates wound healing and acne elimination. Products with ginger are perfect for oily and combination skin, as well as for skin prone to acne and rash. The substances contained in ginger make the skin light, remove freckles and age spots. The extract fills the skin with freshness and improves blood circulation, so the face looks healthier and shines with beauty. Due to its antifungal properties, the ginger extract is also included in special food agents and creams. The use of ginger in cooking. Ginger is commonly used in Asia and India in a wide variety of dishes. It's used for making jam, it's added to soups, it's pickled, and even eaten raw. In Japanese cuisine, ginger is taken between meals to refresh the taste as well as to decontaminate the food. The Japanese often eat raw fish after all. Ginger has a strong aroma and a pungent taste, so you should add it to your dishes with caution if you're not used to spicy food. Chicken with ginger. That's spicy chicken in a hot and sweet sauce that actually can also be used for cooking other meats such as pork. You will need 700 grams of chicken, legs, breast or wings, 3 to 4 centimeter piece of ginger rhizome, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 4 cloves of garlic, 20 grams of sugar, salt to taste. Make the sauce. Mix the oil, soy sauce, and sugar. Add peeled and grated ginger and minced garlic. Add more salt and sugar if you think it's not enough. In the meantime, wash the chicken, dry it, and leave it in the fridge for several hours to marinate in the sauce. It's best to leave it overnight. Heat the oven to 180 degrees and place the marinated chicken in a cooking mold or on a baking sheet. Bake until tender for about 40 to 50 minutes. Ginger tea. The drink perfectly warms up the body, helps with chills, nausea, and symptoms of colds. You will need 2 to 3 centimeter piece of ginger, 1/3 of a lemon, 1 stick of cinnamon, 2 cloves, honey to taste, 500 milliliters of water. Peel the ginger and grate it finely. Squeeze the juice out of the lemon. Put ginger, lemon, and spices in a kettle and add lemon juice. Pour boiling water over the ingredients, cover with a lid and leave for 5 minutes. Before drinking, add honey to taste. 5 tips for making ginger tea. Store ginger tea in the fridge. You can not only drink it warm, but also take it as a refreshing drink during hot weather. This is a perfect drink for any feast, especially if you have the same taste as your friends. If you add mint to ginger, the taste will become sharper and more interesting. The best amount of ginger per cup of tea is 3 teaspoons. Ginger goes well with cinnamon, which gives it a special spicy flavor. Ginger doesn't require sweetening. If you really care about your health, you may not add anything sweet at all. How to choose ginger. Ginger can be found on sale in several forms: raw, dried, and pickled. Different forms for different purposes. Dried rhizomes work well as a spice. When choosing dried ginger, it's necessary to inspect its surface for fogging and mold, while ground ginger should not contain any lumps. For medicinal purposes, choose raw rhizomes. Quite often, they are stored for too long on supermarket shelves. If the storage conditions have been violated, the ginger would become dry and shriveled or begin to rot. Choose heavy, firm, and dense rhizomes because they are juicier. The benefits of fresh and raw foods are always undoubtedly higher than of dried and pickled ones. Pickled ginger is suitable for both cooking and disease prevention. It's not much worse than raw ginger and still retains many active microelements and beneficial substances. Pickled ginger is easier to store than raw ginger, and its shelf life is much longer. If the ginger is brought from faraway hot countries, it's better pickled than dried. Storage conditions for ginger. There are several options for storing ginger at home. Raw rhizomes are best stored in the fridge wrapped in plastic. It keeps them from drying out, so the rhizomes may be stored for 2 weeks. You can also freeze them, but before that, make sure to peel and cut them for the ease of use. The alternative method is to dry the rhizomes a bit and wrap them in dense paper. Then you can store the ginger at room temperature in a dry place for about a month. The completely dried product is usually stored in fabric sacks in dry places at room temperature. Its shelf life in this case is up to half a year. Another option is to grate the ginger on a grater or cut into thin slices and dry it in the oven at 500 degrees. When the slices are easy to crack, it means they are ready. They can be stored in a tightly closed jar for several years. Another way is to put ginger in honey. This will enhance the properties of both products. The shelf life of this product is up to 6 months. Ginger can be candied or used for making marinade, which must be stored in a tightly closed container. If you have a lot of raw ginger, you can make juice out of it with an electro squeezer. It's not recommended to store and consume the juice in its pure, not diluted form. Usually, the juice or cut rhizomes are used for making alcohol tincture. The best ratio is 1:1. A tightly sealed bottle of tincture retains the healing properties for up to 3 years. But if the container has already been opened, you should use its contents within 21 days and pour the rest away on the 22nd day. You can add a couple of drops of tincture to tea, warm milk, or some fruit drink. Remember that it should not be added to hot drinks. It's used for the treatment of colds and infectious diseases. That's all we wanted to tell you today. Don't forget to like the video and send it to your friends. Subscribe to the channel and see you soon.